Looking to nail your next personal training interview? Stay tuned. Welcome to this video on nailing your personal training interview. My name is Tyler Valencia. I'm the president of KIPS and Time to Train Fitness. I've been in the fitness industry for roughly 17 years, and I've worked for companies like Nesta and NCCPT. And in this video, I'm going to give you some insight from fitness managers, past, present, that I know personally. Some of them have actually been my fitness managers. And I'm going to give you the responses that hopefully help you nail those questions, those tough ones, and get you prepared to answer them with confidence. One of the most common questions, and it's a pretty important one as well, is availability. You're going to be asked what your availability is because they might be looking to have an instructor that fits a certain time spot. Maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the evening, where they have an abundance of members coming into the gym and they don't have enough fitness instructors. So should you be honest about it? Yes, but also you should make sure that you have availability to be part-time or full-time, because they might want you to really have to grind it out, really be there in front of members, even when you're not training clients. Another part of the availability factor is the gym you're looking to be hired at might have an onboarding practice. They might have some education on certain days. I know that when I've applied to certain gym chains in the past, quite a bit ago, they would ask if I was available. It was typically Tuesday, Thursday in the middle of the day. And this was because they had some type of trainer school, some onboarding program, and it might be hybrid these days. It might be different, but that might be the primary cause that it's a mandatory part of becoming a trainer at that facility. One of the most popular responses I got when I reached out to my past, present fitness manager friends was experience. What is your experience? Now, how do you answer that if you don't have an experience? Pretty common. You are looking on Indeed, you're looking on job boards, and the number one requirement they have is experience, 5 years, 4 years, whatever that might be. And you're sitting there thinking, I just got certified, but I can't get hired. How do you answer that? I would go into it saying that you're willing to learn. I always say that because for a new trainer, if you're sitting in front of a manager and they want to shape you, and if they have that personality that they like to coach up their employees, if you go in there saying you want to learn, you want to really hustle, you want to grind it out, that's a lot of this profession. If you're willing to learn, they might look at that as an opportunity, a golden opportunity. If you have that type of mentality that you just soak up everything, you soak up all the knowledge they want to impart on you, that would be a big benefit in their eyes. So be honest and don't focus on any of the past negative denials that anytime you got denied for applying for a job. Don't worry about that. Don't focus on those. Just go into it with a positive mentality that you're willing to learn. Now, what if you already have experience? You have the required experience in abundance and you're going into a new job. What about that? I would say be humble. And in my opinion, there's a lot of arrogance in our industry. Trainers that have some certifications, they think that they know everything. And I would say there's a plenty of people that know a lot. And I even consider myself a beginner in a lot of areas because I have friends that are just so much smarter than me. And in my opinion, humble is the way to go. Go into it, say that you just want to learn the new protocol. You want to hit the ground running. You're looking for a new, fresh opportunity to train clients, and you think that this would be a great fit. That's my opinion on it, but if you have a different one, go ahead and throw it in the comments. A rather late addition to this video from a manager that I know was, what's your why? Why did you get into this profession? A part of asking this question is seeing how motivated you are. As I've stated in other videos, already in this video as well, this profession is a grind. Early mornings, late mornings, being there when you may be getting paid minimum wage or being paid half of what your rate is, that is part of this profession. It's a grind. So what motivates you? Why are you in this? A part of that is also seeing how original you are. If you're going to say that you just want to help people, that's a pretty standard answer. And yes, a lot of people get into this because they do want to help people. They want to share their knowledge in health, fitness, exercise. They want to see people reach their goals. Yeah, all great stuff. But what is an original answer? Do you have something that motivates you internally to wake up super early in the morning 4:30 in the morning to be there for those 5:30 a.m. clients? Do you have the motivation to wake back up after your nap to get to the gym for the evening crowd, or to teach classes in the morning, in the middle of the day? Do you have that type of internal motivation which they are looking for? Another common question that's a pretty important one is, how do you handle a new lead, a new customer? The manager comes up to you, hands you a new lead, maybe it's a piece of paper, an email, whatever that is. How do you handle that process? So I would go into this with a protocol in mind. If you have that experience already, you kind of probably have something in your mind of how you've handled it in the past. You maybe have a script. If you don't, come up with a script, a protocol of how you reach out to customers, how you're getting them on the schedule to come in for that complimentary session. Those are big things. Experience. If you have the experience, you already know those things, but if you're not, practice it. A part of that is also, how do you handle creating new connections? When you're given a new lead, you're reaching out to somebody, you're cold calling them, which can be an uncomfortable process, but it's a very common part of this profession. So how are you creating connection early on? When you're picking up the phone, you're calling them, what information can you pull from them? What are you asking them before they even step foot in the door? Now, a part of also how you handle a new lead and the interview process, they might also want to see how you interact with a live client. I've had to do that in the past. I went in for a job interview. They liked what I was saying. Okay, put him on the floor. Let's see what he does. I went and they had me, it literally introduced me to a member, just a member that they knew, and had me demo a few exercises with them. So I would come prepared with a couple exercises in your back pocket that you feel really comfortable about. You know the cues, you can teach them to any population, and what you're going to say to cue them through it, and also what you're going to say while they're resting. Are you just going to stand there, relax, or are you going to be asking them questions? How are you engaging with them? Those are all things that they're looking at, seeing how you engage, and they're going to be taking notes, mental notes about those things. The last one here, and this might be one where you're looking at the situation, you're thinking, maybe this isn't the right fit for me, or maybe this is one where they really want to hire you as a new personal trainer. And that is, what is your niche? If you are a personal trainer that works with an active aging population, you're probably not going to be looking to get hired at a gym that focuses on athletes. Now, if you got into this profession and you're thinking, oh yeah, I really want to train athletes, I'm athletic myself, I think that I can help athletes get to the next stage, it's pretty hard to get into training athletes. As someone that has worked with a wide variety of athletes, trained them from younger athletes to college athletes to professional athletes, I would say really think about that decision. There's more competition out there. There are other coaches, there's travel schedules, and most athletes, they're already motivated to train by themselves. So you're working with all these different factors there, which might not add up to the best ideal situation if you are a beginner. And yes, it would be ideal. And probably it should be a standard within our industry that if you're going as a personal trainer, a new personal trainer, that you have the ability to work with a wide variety of audiences. So think about your niche. What motivates you, and who do you feel comfortable with training in a session? Those are all questions that might come up and might come up in those demos. If you're having to demo an exercise with a live client, make sure that you have those cues, those modifications in mind so that you can be prepared and nail that part of the interview. That has been it for this video on nailing your personal training interview. If you're looking for fitness education, make sure you check out the link in the description for our courses at KIPS. We had a wide variety of courses, online courses that are already pre-approved for CEUs with a lot of the fitness education providers out there. They're affordable, they're online, so you can do them from the comfort of your home. If this helped you, make sure you let me know after you nail that interview process. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.